I mean, I could probably sit like this. I think that's comfortable. Yeah. Hi, my name is Donna Montgomery, and I am 23 years old. How did I get to where I am today? The last time I did this, a lot has changed since then. I was so funny. I was so carefree, you know. I was like making food with dirt, chilling on my Scooby-Doo bed sheets, talking about how I liked fighting crime. And I'm like, what kind of crime was I fighting when I was 10 years old?
If I help somebody and they have to go to court, try to get the other person to tell the truth.
Rewatching it, it was definitely emotional, I think, because it's like, well, none of these people are in my life now. And we were all so young. And then thinking about it, I was 10 there. 4 years later, well, you know, I left. I went through a lot of stuff alone, especially at a young age. When I say I went through it alone, I mean I felt alone most of the time, but I knew I wasn't. I moved out of my mom's place when I was around 14. Sorry. Do you want me to just start at the beginning again? Would that make life a little easier? Okay. All right. Like even now, you know, my mental health is still kind of all over the place, trying to figure it out. Am I good enough? Am I worth it, you know? Am I even lovable? Like those kinds of things that I ask myself. Does my mother love me? Did she love me? Like, why wasn't I worth choosing? I want to eventually one day say, I do love myself. It's a goal, and I'm trying to. Like, that's one of the things that I want to work on, but it's hard. When I first moved to the city, I was a bit excited, probably a little scared, you know, being on my own for the first time. I had a school placement in the city, and then I just kind of stayed, like I didn't go back. I mean, I could have gone back to Liverpool, but it's just not how it played out. Liverpool makes me anxious. I didn't want to go back to Liverpool. You know what happened to me? Maybe that was supposed to happen so that I could get out of Liverpool and get a fresh start. It's kind of a good way of seeing it, I guess. Being 14 and like having to choose between yourself or your family, like, how do you do that? Like, I couldn't even tell you what was going through my mind. You shouldn't be scared to go to sleep and then be scared you're gonna get woken up by him because he's standing there or he's trying to like touch you. In the first video, I said that this person was my dad. I hate that I said that. He wasn't my biological dad. It was my mom's boyfriend, so he was my stepdad at the time. Why would I want to be there with this man who was supposed to be my stepdad creep me out? Like, I don't want to be near you. I don't want to look at you. This scared little 13, 14-year-old. Well, if I stay here, what else is going to happen? And I don't even want to think about if I stayed, how worse it would have gotten. I moved in with my aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncle gave me a place to stay and were really there for me when I needed it the most. You know, if I needed anything, they made sure I had it. They got me braces so that, you know, I wasn't so self-conscious of my teeth anymore. I joined cadets, wanted to do cheerleading. Like, they made sure I was able to do those things and I got to those practices. They even sent me to Europe on a school trip. Still kind of cool to say I had my 18th birthday in Europe. Super encouraging, like, well, you should think about what you're gonna do after school. Like, what do you want to do? Like, you should go to college, which definitely helped me get to where I am now. I think because of them, you know, I'm here, so. Yeah. I got a job, which was really nice. I'm working for the province of Nova Scotia, and I did that by myself. You know, I have my own apartment. It's all in my name, close to downtown Halifax, close to everything. It was a lot different than Liverpool. There was actually things to do. Go downtown and walk on the waterfront, like just different scenery. I'm pretty close with the people I work with. I'll go out and have a drink with them after work. I kind of reached out to this photographer who was doing shoots for East Coast Lifestyle, and I was like, hey, this looks fun. I think I did like 4 or 5 photo shoots. I think just overall I'm pretty proud of myself for getting here despite everything. I don't have a relationship with my mom. I've probably gone like years without talking. But it's not like I haven't tried, like I have, but she's not allowed to talk to me. She's not allowed to see me. And it's the same with my younger siblings who live there. They're not allowed to talk to me. They're not allowed to see me. And it's all because of the person that she's with, who's super controlling. She has choices. She could choose to talk to me, but she doesn't. So, it's also on her as well, not just him. A few months ago, I was home by myself. I texted my boyfriend about how sad I was looking through these photos and just reading the things that she wrote in my baby book. Oh, you're a beautiful 2-month-old baby girl. Kind of made me sad. Well, you thought this about me, but you don't think about me?
She's cool, she's nice, she's fun to hang out with, even though she's getting old. Fun to talk to. Most of the time.
Takes your mind off things. 'Cause I'm too busy trying not to mess this up that I don't have time to think about other things that I would normally think about.
How's your knitting going?
I've got half of it done, but I haven't really
What are you
touched
trying
it.
to make?
A dishcloth.
Oh, I've made those. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I want to make some for Christmas gifts.
That's a smart idea.
Or maybe a blanket if I get good enough.
Heck of a good idea.
So if I can get the motivation to keep going and finish it, then maybe I can get more
You'll
done.
get it, no problem.
We'll see how it
So what
goes.
good books are you reading?
I'm reading a trilogy that's like about the summer I turned pretty. It's like a TV show. I watched the show, now I'm reading the books, and I'm on the last one. I'm hoping to come home soon, November 25th, so if you're off that weekend, then that would work.
Well, I'm sure as heck hoping.
At least we know I'll be home for Christmas, because I have like a week off, so.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Yay.
That was Aunt Wanda. Sometimes she'll call me, and we'll just gossip back and forth. She's my little secret keeper. Very good. Very good listener, so very lucky. Okay, well, I will see you at the end of the month.
All right, wonderful.
Okay, have a good weekend. Enjoy working.
You too, dear.
Okay, love you.
Okay. Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye, dear.
There are people that I trust, but at the same time, it's like if my own mother can just cut all ties, then, anybody can. It's kind of tricky just trying to figure out who I want in my circle. I don't want people in my life who are just gonna look down on me and tell me, you're not doing a good enough job, you're never gonna amount to anything, and cutting those toxic people out is just super important, One friend that I met, we hung out all of the time. She had an eating issue where we hung out so much, it was just kind of ended up being the same. I was either going days without eating anything as I felt I didn't deserve to eat, or I would binge eat because I was sad. I'm currently still working through that daily. I think there's only room for one negative person in my life, and I think it's me. I'm gonna work through not being so negative all the time. My mind is always telling me how I don't want to be or end up like what I had. I want to be better than what I had growing up in that household. Talked to my boyfriend and he was like, maybe you should look into therapy again, it never hurts. So I found this one person, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try her. She's super nice so far, she listens and she kind of just tries to dig a little deeper into things.
Now you blow it. There. I wish I could see my dad again. I haven't seen him in 6 months. My dad, he's a truck driver in Moncton.
Hello.
Hello, how's the move going?
The move was all done with yesterday.
Okay, so if Joel and I come up next weekend, that should be fine.
Yep, that'll be fine, honey.
That was my dad. He's a very interesting guy. He's very funny, so.
My little sister Cassandra. She's pretty, she's smart, she's nice all the time, and lovable.
She's 17 now, and she was just like a little baby when I left. It's been good having like some contact with her to see where she's at, how she's doing. I would love to have a relationship with, my 2 younger brothers. If I reach out, are they gonna get caught? Are they gonna get in trouble? Like, I don't want to be the reason that they get in trouble. Tricky to navigate. I have a friend who lives in the building. We actually went to the same high school together.
Oh, did you know there are people on my floor who let their cats out?
Yes.
Love it. Joel and I spend time in the hallway. They've come in my apartment before. It is fantastic.
It's that kind of friendship where you can go a while without speaking, but then when you're together, you'll just talk about everything in like a short amount of time. So that's always really nice.
And then there were like 4 people on my Facebook who had their babies, all in October.
People I have now in my circle, my aunt, uncle, some cousins, my boyfriend and his family, my dad, stepmom, my older siblings. Good to have them in my circle. It's helpful and it will be helpful, so I think asking for help is okay. You can't be independent all of the time, and I think that's okay. I mean, it's a possibility. There's still a little part of little me in there. It definitely helps, being strong when you're that young, You think, well, if I can get through that, I might just be able to get through anything else. Sometimes it's cool to think, oh, hey, I did this when I was 10 years old, Look at little me go. Butter, baking soda, a little bit of salt, some sugar, an egg, vanilla, and some flour.